for that. But I don't even think I'd have to lift a muscle here, and my friends would do that for me. Yeah, well, let's at least make the effort. Get to it, lads. How to trigger Jake. Talk about his ducats. Love money. The worst thing you could say to Jake is to call him broke. I have been broke before. It's no fun, and that's when I decided I'd never be broke again. Best decision I ever made. 7 horses, huh? Could support our tribes, but that would cost us money that we don't really have. It's kind of tempting to give our tribes some land, though, around here, so they'd stop being so revolting towards us. But you know what else is tempting? Murdering everything in sight. Now, Golden Horde see Circassia as vital interest. It's up to them if they want to drop the alliance over that. I don't think they would. It's just one province, man. And I want it. Also, our vassals see themselves as pretty weak compared to us, and they're only getting more loyal as we increase our relations there. I want to be thinking about integrating Armenia as well before too long, even though we haven't got all their cores yet. Maybe that's a bad idea, since it would just be revolting land, but that's neither here nor there. There's people that I want to kill, and kill them I shall. Might as well put you to work there. Feels good to be the best. So remember when hordes had only one type of unit? Me neither. They now have unit progression like any other country. And sticking to the spirit of all things, they get really strong, shocking units to begin with, and they will later fall off. As in, be less effective in time. So keep them with the spirit of the game there. Chiefs withholding their taxes again? But at this point I kind of... Oh wait, no, money. Nah, they bend their knee to me. Don't really care too much about them losing loyalty, because I can get that back up by giving them more land. As it stands, I haven't actually given them much, so I'm surprised they're still okay with what I have given them. Well, I gave them some fairly good development provinces over here. With a bit of luck, these lands will defect to Crimea, and then I can just go on a further rampage into Crimea. Nagai may or may not get involved, but I'd get the Golden Horde and sick them on them. Oof. Not my money, man. I need that. So, interesting way to play, constantly having money problems. But at least these forts aren't all that, and a bag of chips. We're taking it all though, and you do not have claims on me or my vassals. Or the Golden Horde for that matter. Why don't I do that? I don't care so much about your claims on Gizzy, but give me your land. And the Golden Horde are actually kind of happy, because I forced other people to give up claims on them. It's not completely useless. But what is useless are all these buildings in your province. Burn them down. Burn every one of them down. Now here's something to consider. We have a province here that is 112, so we can't actually burn down any more of the base stacks or production. But we can certainly burn down that manpower, and I am more than happy to do so. Still gives me military points, and boy do I love getting military points. Alana is actually worthless since we can't burn it down at all. Could core it. I'm wondering if I want to keep this land for myself or release it as another vassal. That would put us over the limit. You know what? It's all easy enough. It's lovely steppe land, so I think I will just keep it for myself, because I'm greedy. But sod dealing with rebels around here. No, thank you, Dio. Overextension? Not really an issue. Because I'm burning all these provinces to the ground, it's less overextension, so of course that works out better for me. Of course, the offset there is that my total development myself is going way down. That's alright though, I'm happy to get all my points for it. Jake, are you going to westernize off Genoa? No, I'm going to eat Genoa. Guess it's up to them whether or not it's Genoa I'm eating or... Oh, shoot. I didn't pay attention to that at all. I should have been paying my units, but I did not. Oof. That hurt. That hurt quite a bit. I was meant to be ready for that, but I was not. Well, it happens. Let's get you guys back together. We already have the money for it. And I think I had a mission to convert a province. Well, not anymore. Protect our brethren in Koban. So we'll get converting this land once this is done. We'd still want to camp out in some mountains, though. Unfortunately, there aren't many Gizzy cores for you guys to mosey on over to. But come on, come and play with me. And die for it. Okay, this is actually pretty good if you guys can hold out. I doubt you can, though. I am actually very confident that you cannot, so forget that. It'll be fine. Jake Timmy Splosion. Oof. It's a sorry day to be you, but I still need to punch my way through what's left of Qoyunlu to get to that. But that's a good opportunity for me to look at any provinces here that I may want from Qoyunlu. Sadly, it's Shia land. I don't like that. But that's no reason not to get claiming. One reason is keeping a spare diplomat for the never gonna happen hope that I can get an alliance with Poland. Because the Ottomans must really want those cores off of me. They still have the mission to conquer Trebizond. And yeah, I need some better friends if I'm going to be dealing with that. Poland is really best bet. Okay, here's a thought. Oh, I've already rivaled you. So at best we get common rival. Diplomatic reputation's kind of taken a nosedive. I would need a much stronger army and a bit of a navy. And frankly, building up a navy is a questionable move at this point. Since a certain Ottoman would just crush it if it came to that. Well, if the Ottomans came for us, we would just have to rely on our enormous brass bollocks. But I do want to get my tech up so that I'm not going to appear too weak to them. Okay, so what can I do here? I want to spread my units around so that I can react quickly. Because they'll go to one of these three provinces. As long as the bulk of my army is ready for them. There we go. It's all mountains, so it's all good, hopefully. And we'll be there before. Godspeed. Slightly flanked, but that's alright. We can still murder them. And get a bit of extra oomph while we're at it. There we go. Happy days for Qoyunlu. It might seem a bit strange to play in the same region, considering that I just finished a Trebizond playthrough. But I've really been wanting to play as Qoyunlu, and that's a good enough reason to do it. I always just play what I want, and this is little exception. Okay, I could actually go on the offensive against Ottomans, but they have friends that I can't even judge the size of right now. And that's a pretty poor choice of move for me. Golden Horde are actually a very logical next target for me, but I should probably avoid that in favour of gunning down Qoyunlu, since our truce with them will be up in 3 years. Good enough reason. Oh, that's nice. I can re-establish them as a rival. Stop leaking those rival points. And Trebizond are going to want to rise up anyway, but we had a recent revolt around here, which completely removes most of the chance of revolt there, so that's good. That's all really rather good. I can be happy with this. Also, when it comes to wartime, we should be able to raise a host in 10 years. Gives us another role as a general, which is always nice. I'm happy with this situation. Well, the bleeding money part isn't nice. Oh, Kuban wished to be... Wait, no, that was rescue, wasn't it? Not well known for my eyesight around here. I'd love to integrate Gizmaluk, but they would be very unhappy if I forced them to convert right now. Might do it anyway, though. Because I'm an asshole. Enforce their religion, and then I could placate them. I'd have to placate them twice, though. Or... marry. Yeah, I'd only have to placate them once, then. Yeah, you are Sunni now. And that's nice, because that actually ticks down rather than up. And straight away, there they go. Get to it. I wonder how long he's going to take for that, though. Jake, take the path down into Arabia from QQ. That's a brilliant idea. Gives us good expansion path. Persia is great, but it's not that it's that bad around there, but I have this horrible habit of just dying in Persia and Afghanistan, graveyard of empires and all that. I really got to squeeze my pennies here. Oh, it's not all I got to squeeze. But I'm not up for that. I really need the revolt risk reduction from having a bit of stability on the go. Thankfully it doesn't hurt my money to get rid of all these guys. Or replenish all the guys that die. Still, we have an alright situation here. It's a shame I can't fight Genoa or Theodoro or Crimea. Wish I could, but... well, no CB is the best CB, right? Yeah, it is Shia. But I can't give it to Gizzy unless I gave them Shirvan, and Shirvan was too good a deal because I could convert it and it's silk. So we kept Shirvan. You'll be getting your disgusting Coptic land, but really I don't see much point in further claims around here. Oh, your capital. Shia or not, it's a great province. And there's also the idea of Tabaristan. Allied with Iraq, I don't really have to worry about that. And it's prime land for burning to the ground. Let's go for it. And I need that piety to remain high. Okay. I also want my ruler in charge of my armies so that he has a slightly better chance of dying. Jake insults someone, they can't hate you more anyway. Don't want to give Ottomans further reason to attack me. Yeah, Genoa, on the other hand, giving them a reason to attack me would be pretty good. Don't know why they would attack me, but if they did, that would be very nice. So, pow. Let's get those points on the go. Alright, so our agent was discovered fabricating on Tabaristan. Normally I would recall them, because now he's going to take 4 times longer to be done. Was it Tabaristan that was discovered? Yeah. So it takes a wee bit. Actually, I see that the completion date moves forward as well. I should probably bug that one. That'll go down in my little book of bugs. The joys of QA. I didn't mean to sound that, make that sound as harrowed and soulless as it probably did. But this is good to see that you can convert land on the double there. Get your Dagestanis done. And the Ottomans continuing to pick on people around them that aren't me. That is lovely. But I still really, really want Poland as an ally. And they really, really don't want to be. Circassians wish to rise up, but that's nothing new. In fact, we're very close on the unrest, so I'd be as well giving it over to the tribes. The autonomy is sky high anyway. And giving the tribes this land helps out with their loyalty. I want to keep that sky high. That way I don't really have to... Did I? Yeah, I did. That way I don't have to really worry about other events that come along and do horrible things to me. And yeah, they lose 10 loyalty, but I want that manpower. Oh, actually, I don't care because I'm capped. Or at least almost capped on manpower. Oh well. What a happy situation to be in. At least Paradox has QA as opposed to some gaming companies. It'd be unprofessional for me to drag any names through the mud here, so I'll just keep my my zip shut. Only 4 years until we can start chewing you up, which is very happy times for us. And yeah, they're the same religion as well, so it'll go pretty quickly. I want that manpower, says Jake at max manpower. No, what I want is to declare war on Qoyunlu so I can stop losing money. Imereti wishes to rise up of all provinces? Why Imereti? Why can I not remember where Imereti is? I should know this off the top of my head. But I don't. I was staring right at it, that is. Classic me. Actually, no kidding, why are you so angry? As opposed to other people. Separatism 9.5. Oh, you didn't get the recent uprising, did you? Haha, okay. Because you're Imereti rather than Georgian. I'll be honest, I don't want to deal with that. And I don't really mind you having that much autonomy. And I can completely get rid of them if I just park you there. Rebel management, if there's one thing I'm not bad at. Okay, Horde Unity's taken a bit of a plunge, which is hurting my unrest in a bad way. Now that's no longer going to help out. But we're going to be able to go to war very soon, so let's jack that up. You hate my guts, the feeling is mutual. I might as well start paying for that one good fort I have in the area. And I think I out-tech you anyway. Yeah, it's my 5 to your 4. So I will probably just go and charge you, even in the mountains. Anything to just get you killed. If I take a look at your fort situation, we even have a map mode for that, isn't it wonderful? The only fort you have is your capital fort, which means I have full access to your country. Not even sure if I have enough units to completely de-siege you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Ah, we'll figure it out. Whatever the case, you're going to die. By the hands of my heir, of all things. And, oh, discipline plus... It just gets better and better, doesn't it? Could only not go good if you suddenly coalitioned me somehow. But we will wait for the turn of the month, because we're clever. Jake, how's the autonomy front doing? Well, if we check our autonomy map mode... Not good! Not good at all. I mean, places have a minimum floor of 25 regardless of anything. Places that I give to... where did I give an estate to? Here we go. Places that I give to tribes have a minimum 50. It's not normally 50 for other estates, but because hordes already have a base 25, they get it there. And a lot of places I have conquered or had to raise autonomy in, so the autonomy front is not looking good. Hope I don't get that event that is ticked up by high global autonomy. Oh wow, what are you doing going that way? It's crazy talk. I want you going this way since I don't dominate Persia. Get you straight to where I control there. Smarter than the game right here. So, tribal feud again because it's the best thing ever. And I may as well take call it for control of a province that I can easily get, and Ganja fits that quite nicely. Sadly it's all bloomin' Shia, except for the one Coptic one. But I guess that just means it doesn't matter at all. We'll make it for Ganja because it was a fun map to play on Killing Floor back in the day. I can't think of any reason to be at peace. Rivals are looking good. I always overthink it before I hit that declare war button. And I probably just end up missing the important stuff anyway, but you can't worry about these things. Jake, don't you not have a merchant in Aleppo? That is correct. I suppose I could explain that. Alright, Ganja's gotta go. Everything is accounted for. Time for you to die. I want to consider if there's a better way to do this battle. And there might be... I don't really want my infantry on the front line, which is a strange thing to say. I could go completely anal about this, but I'm not gonna. Let's just kill them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Tensions between nomads and the sedentary population. The difference between tax collection, extortion, or demanding tribute can sometimes be somewhat vague. In many parts of our country, taxes are collected by the nomadic clans in ways very similar to how they would conduct themselves during a raid. Today, an emissary from some of our more well-to-do subjects arrived to tell a tale of how the would-be tax collectors pillaged their lands and then laid siege to their fortified homes. They now demand retribution from the Sultan. Well, at least they don't want my money. But here's the thing, the tribes will lose influence and loyalty if I do this. I really don't want them losing the influence. Because, well, I like that. I like that a lot. Unless it gets too high. But, on the other hand, I'm not in a position to deal with separatists. Especially if two of them are arriving in the same province. So yeah, they're going to have to lose their loyalty and influence. It's tempting to do one of these interactions beforehand. But I won't. We'll just have to reprimand them. Still, you guys gotta die, so goodbye. Mountains might seem like a horrible place to do battle, but considering the fact that it's horde v horde, if I were to fight them in plains, they would get the horde shock bonus, which means I would deal less damage to them. Don't want that. Don't want that at all. I'll just leave off the mostly dead ones there right now. Don't even know what to do with you, just, I don't know, stick yourselves over there, because there's nothing better to do. And the rest of you, I just need to split up here, to be honest. The more I cover, the less issues I'm going to have further down the line. There is a small issue of you. I want to follow you and remove you because I don't want you dying in action. I want you to make it to the throne. I wonder when you're just going to throw rebels at me. The rebel strats are... they're real. Oh shoot, could one of you please take care of Ganja? So yeah, my horde unity took quite the hit, mostly due to events, much in the same way that legitimacy really can. That's alright, we are fully prepared for this. Yeah, sorry not sorry, Qoyunlu. Jake, what was that amount of cities modifier in the tribe's influence? There we go. Number of cities is going to impact on how much the tribes control us. Actually, I haven't sure if that goes up or down depending on your size. We're going to find that out before too long. Okay, nobody is interested in Ganja. We'll have to reweed it ourselves. Well, once everything is done here, we can just center on their capital and take them out. Because you still need to grab a fort, at least one, in an area that has forts if you want to demand things. Gee, you guys did great. Interesting fact, in the game, Ganja is regarded as Province 420. I kid you not. If this wasn't an Iron Man, I could load up debug mode to prove that to you. Or you could just check the files out if you are that way inclined. It's a good day to be me and a bad day to be them. What a lovely state of affairs. Normally I appreciate your support, vassals, but today you're just not doing anything for me. We need only 10,000 here, so that might as well be all of you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And some spare change. You two just get looting. Damn, I love money so much. It's a curse. Ganja being 420 is intentional, I assume. Well, given that the province IDs around it are nowhere near 420, you could say so. The morale of our great army is the envy of all. Well, that's clear. The zeal of our warriors alone is enough to overcome anything. Gain prestige or manpower. We're actually tapped on the manpower, so let's keep that prestige nice and high. It's very good, especially for me. And yeah, like I said, that claim on Tabaristan took 4 times as long from the moment it was discovered. If a claim gets discovered very early on, unless I'm being super conservative about my aggressive expansion, which I'm not as a horde because, then I will likely recall and resend, because I'm not having any of that rubbish. Yeah, we're doing not too bad on our development target. I do love doing Qoyunlu. It was tempting to play as a Tengri horde, because when it comes to... people are moaning in the chat. Listen, we keep things dealt with an iron fist around here. Try to keep things as a nice oasis as Twitch chats go, and if that is incompatible with how you like to conduct yourself on Twitch, well, should be a red cross at the top right, or one in the top left if you're a hipster. But we're derailing there for a bit. So what is the story over here? Well, we got the Tengri religion over here, but the Tengri religion is being dominated by Vajrayana. I wonder if there was an outbreak around here or something similar. I was tempted to take a Tengri horde so I could play around with syncretic faith. But, and there's always a but, I just wanted to play Qoyunlu, and can you blame me? I love this little country. I've always wanted to, but I never thought I could do it justice, so now I'm in such a position that I can. So we could call an ally into a war, Mamluks. Now I'm not going to, but I either could, and that would cost me 10 favours, or I could promise them territory. But they're not interested in any territory, so that's a no-no. Still, there's no point to me spending favours on that. And my size is still pretty inferior to theirs, so I only get 1 favour every 2 years. But now it's at 10, I could spend some getting that trust back, but no. I don't care if they trust me or not, we just have to unite as a common foe against the Ottomans, who have now hit Tech 6. Even though I'm burning everything as fast as I can, their 6 military ruler, coupled with the fact that they are in the Anatolian tech group, which is 25% expensive as opposed to my 75%, means that they are coming out on top here. So where's my train of thought going here? Now I could just give this province to Armenia in the peace deal, but I don't work that way. I'm taking it for me. I'm taking Tabriz because that's important, and I need to snake my way down here to actually get some land to expand into. Heck, why don't I just take everything? I'm a greedy guy. But I do need a route into Tabaristan, so something's got to give. Something's got to give. I think Malakates, on the ground that I can kind of keep that defended. Okay, it would have to be 2 of them. Ganja and Malakates. Well, yeah, that on the grounds that I can actually keep him as a pet and then burn him down later. Looks good to me. Jake Diplocap, not yet, but we're almost there, so thanks for the heads up. This is why the tribal CB is the best CB. There we go, 256 development. That's about to take a nosedive, believe me. Got a lot of forts. I'm not even sure if I want them all at the moment because they're a drain on the economy. But yeah, I'll probably want them in the future, so we may as well have them as that drain. So lots of horrible land that doesn't want to be part of us. I'm not about to release any vassals. I'm more than happy to just take it on the chin here. But we'll get our basic financial instruments in place before we start burning things to the ground, and I see very little reason not to burn what we've just taken. This province makes me hesitate a little bit because it produces dyes, which is one of the best trade goods in the game. Also, it's in our culture group. You tempt me with these 3 provinces because they are really good, and just keeping them would be lovely. But You know, at times like this, you have to ask yourself, what would rants do? Rants